Really? You're gonna start talking.
Hi, 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 hi. Hi, everyone. We're so excited today. It's another beautiful episode with a very beautiful topic, challenging topic. And later on, we're going to have our guests. I promise you, it's going to be amazing. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Hey, beautiful
Good,
people. How are
thank
you
you.
doing today? Hope you're having a great Sunday. Hey, brother Gutier, how are you doing today?
Hello, brother. Hello. Hi, everyone. This is another great episode that we are so excited today to share with you guys, to talk to you. You're talking to us, we learn together as always. It's gonna be amazing. Amazing. What's the topic for today, honey?
It's a very interesting topic today, which I'm very excited about it. The topic is, can you accuse your spouse to your own relatives? To my, like me accusing you to my relative, and you accusing me to your relative.
Oh, wow.
That's cool. Some people got confused. They were thinking maybe it's me going to your relative and accusing. No,
Okay.
so like that. It's like me going to my own relative and say, listen, my wife, this is what she's doing. Is that right? Because this is the question. It's a topic suggestion that came from someone, but she wanted to be anonymous. So we thought it was a very good topic that we should talk about it.
That we should talk about. Yeah, it's very. These are issues that affect a lot of people in marriage. A lot of people in marriage, and for you guys that are not married yet, learn. Hope you learn today because it's gonna be hot. We have hot couple coming on, so just learn. So we don't you don't make that kind of mistake. Reporting your spouse to your relatives. It's very interesting. We're gonna go in details about that, but we want you guys. Hi, Grace, Bisemwa, Bisimwa. Thank you for watching.
Hey,
Tokozile, and everybody else. Yes, guys, let us know what you think. Would you expose or would you accuse your spouse to your relatives? Let's say my husband, hi Virginia, let's say my husband does something. Is it right for me to expose my husband to my relatives? That's what we're going to talk about today. Hope you guys are ready and are excited like we are.
Am I guilty of that one?
Yeah.
I am.
No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm so thankful that you always protect me, and relationships we're not perfect.
That's true.
There's some stuff that I do. Obviously, you go like, oh man, I wish I can call my sister and tell her, maybe. But you choose not to do that, and I appreciate so much about that.
You're welcome. And same applies to you.
Oh yeah.
You don't do that.
Thank you. Oh yeah.
Okay, but we need to hear from them, from people out there.
Yeah, what do you guys think before we invite our guest in? What do you guys think, Virginia? What do you think?
Okay, seems like our guests are ready. They're about to join us anytime soon.
Oh, nice. Okay, before we put them in, we're going to have Nomsa, Mr. and Mrs. Zimba. Nomsa is my sister and friend. We were at the same school. I was at the same school with Nomsa. She was my senior.
Really?
Yes, and we were in the acting class together.
Wow.
Yes, we did a lot of acting together. And one thing I appreciate about Nomsa is that, oh, let me not just say Nomsa, about me and the group that we were in, most of them grew up to be servants of God. We didn't see, she's going to maybe talk about this. We didn't see ourselves doing what we are doing now, but God God is just so amazing that He made it that way. Nomsa is a minister.
Mm-hmm.
She's married to a very wonderful man, Mr. Zimba. You guys gonna meet him, and you're gonna meet her soon. For those that don't know Nomsa, and she lives in Zambia. So it's gonna be amazing, guys. Just to tell you a little bit about Nomsa, she's in ministry. Her husband and her family, they love God, and they're beautiful people. So
Wow.
you will enjoy their company so much. So we're gonna put Mr. and Mrs. Zimba on, and they are ready. Hi, hi, hi.
Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Zimba.
Hi, can you hear us? Hello, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Are you able to hear us? Hi.
Hi. Okay, glad to have you.
Hi, how are you?
Good,
We are
thank
very
you.
good.
How are
Thank you so
you?
much.
Yes. Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Okay, nice, nice. That's good.
Yes.
Yes.
You can't hear us?
Now we can hear
We
you
can hear
clearly
you
now.
now. We can hear you now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, hi. We can.
Okay.
That's
Oh, we are
good.
blessed.
That's very good.
That's
That's
very
very good. Yeah, so I was just introducing you guys to the world and how wonderful you are.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yes. So the topic today is can you expose your spouse to can you accuse your spouse to your relatives? Like, can I accuse my husband to my own relatives, and can my husband accuse me to his own relatives? Is it a right thing to do? What can you say, Mr. and Mrs. Zimber?
It is not the right thing
Mhm.
because the husband and the wife, they are one.
Mhm.
And to accuse your spouse to either your or our relatives is not healthy because you are exposing your friend to the other side.
That's true.
Okay. Yeah. Like my husband has said, thank you so much, Winnie. Thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Mukadi. We are so blessed and honored to be part of this program. It's
Thank
really blessing
you.
a lot of marriages, and I follow even when I'm busy. I take time to just follow and learn. And you guys are doing a remarkable job. We are so proud of the work that you are doing. And
Thank
we
you.
so much want to be supportive and just learn together and make our
Yes.
marriages flourish. Yeah,
Amen.
so
Yes.
like my husband has mentioned, I think it's not the right thing to do.
Mhm.
Looking at our topic today, I think like he has mentioned, marriage should be between two people, and the third person always comes in to destroy. So yes, of course, family is important. Family is important, and it's something that is of very much importance to any marriage setup, because you run to family for support. you run to family for help, you run to family for so many reasons. But I think when it comes to conflict between couples, it's not right that anytime your wife or your husband makes a mistake, you run to them. I think it's important that as a couple, you have your own conflict management skill, like a way to manage your conflicts even before you involve your family. I think family should be the last thing on your mind when it comes to conflict management.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Wow.
That's very true.
good.
That's very true. That's
Yeah.
also dropped something in me that I think the way we let me say it that way, in a proper way. If you don't respect your spouse, it can be easy for your family out there not to respect your spouse too. So what do you think of those couples that argue in front of the relatives? Like maybe the sister is there, you just start from nowhere. Okay, maybe not even from nowhere. Maybe something happens, but instead of holding it, just right there when there are people, the family is there, you just start just saying stuff to Mr. Zimba. What do you think of those couples that do stuff like that? Yeah, there's a delay.
There's a delay.
Yeah.
I think such couples, they need to be taught that the most important thing you're supposed to do is that's why you have your bedroom. Any problem which you have, assume your wife or your husband has got something serious in the presence of your visitors or your children. You have to swallow it. And at an appropriate time, when you are going to have your time in the bedroom, then you discuss that over it. It's not important, it's not healthy to start exchanging words in front of either the visitors or your children. You show your weaknesses. And if you can start exposing yourself like that in front of either your relatives, then automatically they know that this house is not built on the rock. It is built on sand. And to have others to start infiltrating in your marriages, it's very easy.
That's very true.
That's very true.
So I have something to
Yeah, like my husband has said. I'll just give an example of ourselves. Like me and him. There are times, because it's almost every couple that has had issues. Like there's no marriage that has never had a conflict. And I'll just point out one of the conflicts that me and him usually find ourselves into. It's when it comes to maybe the kids, right?
Yes.
My husband would want to discipline our kids, and as a mom, I don't want, in a way, like I really don't want my husband to discipline our kids. Like I'll be like, no, dear, don't beat them, don't say anything to them. Of course, we don't beat our kids, but like sometimes my husband would so my husband would be so upset with them such that he just wants to give them a beating, and I would see it that he wants to give them a beating, and I would try to stop that, and so it will cause us to have a conflict. But one thing I've noticed about my husband is that he'll keep quiet. Of course, he'll keep quiet, and I usually call that dying to self. Like in such cases, as couples, we need to learn to die to self.
Yes.
In the moments that we.
Oh wow, we just lost them.
We just lost our couple, but we'll be having them back. You know how technical issues are. So we'll have them back. So Nomsa was talking about how they get into conflict when the husband wants to discipline the kids and then she wants to side with the kids, like a different type of disciplining the kids. So that's where they come together. They have like a conflict. She was trying to say that every couple has go through fights and whatever, but we can't expose ourselves out there. So as we are talking out, we can just read and answer some questions, so I can just invite them back.
Very John. Okay, Martha Shabawansa says, wow, what a wonderful topic. Really good to see you after so many years. The Zimbas, it's a blessing.
Oh, wow. Hi, Martha.
Virginia said, it's not good because it will bring more problems in the marriage. I totally agree with you, Virginia. So, in this case, most people are saying you don't have to go to someone else. They're not being specific, like who you should go to. So, in this situation, if someone just want to share something with someone, like what they're going through, where would you advise them to go? Oh. And this also goes out to you, Virginia, and everyone say it's wrong. It's not the right thing to do. So where would you advise someone to go if they are going through some stuff? Should they confide into your friend or the relatives of the other? Like if I'm having issues with Winnie, I'll go to Winnie's relatives instead of me going to my own relatives. So what's your take on that?
This is what I think. Going to when you do something that maybe we talk about it and it's not changing, it's a bad thing that will affect our marriage. I don't. Some people will say they will have to go. I'll go to your family and complain there, right? So they can help you. They can help me. Sorry. But I would say sometimes friends. If you have a friend that you really trust, it helps a lot. Because sometimes I go to my friend. I'll talk to my friend. Oh, this is what's going on. What do you think about this? And my friend will advise me. That the most important thing is that have friends that can advise you good stuff. There are friends out there, like if you trust them and you are good with them, like they are good with you, just friends, like best friends or just good friends that you can rely on. I think it can help a lot because I think families should be the last people to know your problems in marriage. Why I say that is because I can even tell I trust my sister-in-laws. I trust your sisters. I trust your brothers. And the relationship I have with them is very good. They're like my big sisters and my friends. So I can go to one of your sisters and talk to them. I can know who to talk to. Obviously, all three of them, they'll get on you, they'll jump on you. Like, oh, Eddie, this is not good, whatever. But I'm trying to, not them also get worried that maybe my marriage is not working well, they're having too much work. I have to be at that point of knowing how I can fight, knowing how I can help myself learn how to to make it work in my marriage. So like I said, my friends, I'll talk to a friend and
okay, Mr. and Mrs. Zimba back. Let's have them back.
Hi. So sorry guys, we lost you.
Yeah. Okay, I hope we didn't miss much.
We're just going through what you already said, so you didn't miss much.
Yeah, so my husband was trying to ask that. So people are writing that it's not good to go to your parents or to your relatives and accuse your spouse. So my husband was asking that who should you go to in case you're facing some challenges in your marriage
and you just want to share with someone,
with somebody who can be the best person to go to?
In the first place, the time we were getting married, you had those people who were representing you, either to the husband side and the wife side. Yes. Those are the first key person you need to approach if you have got a problem. And you don't go alone. You see? You don't go alone. You either call them, all of them at once, you come and present your people, or either you go and meet each of them together with your spouse, so that to explain to them, so that they sit you down, they discuss with you, and they counsel you in case of a problem which you have. Secondly, if you know that there is nothing which is coming out of it, then if you are a member of any organization like a church, in a church, there are groupings of the church. If it's your wife's side, there are ladies in the church who are quite mature, who can go, you can go to and go and sit them out. What is important is not to report. That's the cardinal point there. You don't have to go and report your wife or your husband to a certain grouping in the absence of him or her. When you go there, you share together. You let you either explain and also I explain, and they sit you down and they reconcile you and tell you certain things, the do's and the don'ts, so that you reconcile over whatever the problem you have in your marriage.
Yeah, and just to add, on to what he says, yeah, if your marriage counselors are not able to help you out, he says we can go to the departments in the church, like the women's department and the leadership that are in charge of marriage counseling. And then if that again doesn't work out, there's also maybe the spiritual father in the church and the mother, like the pastor and the wife. They can also come in and help you out to resolve the conflict. I think it's at that stage when everything fails that maybe family members, and not all of them. I think in each family there are people that have wisdom, and they are recognized by the family that they are people with a pure and genuine heart, that they will not separate the two, but they'll actually help you and guide you to make sure that your marriage goes forward. So those, I think, are the people that can be considered if everything else fails. Those are the people that can be considered. So I think we can go with that protocol in order for us to make it work. Otherwise, just jumping and getting to it is not a good idea, because when the performance turns against your spouse, your home is scattered.
That's true.
It's scattered completely. Because when the family just rises up against your spouse, they'll be sending you negative energies all the time. They'll be discouraging you. They'll be telling you to pack out. They'll be telling you all sorts of what you so much focus on, you magnify, you make it big. So when they are constantly giving you that picture to say your husband is bad, your husband did this to you, your wife did this to you, you begin to overlook even the good things that your partner has done for you. You so much focus on the bad things. But when you go to people like the church leaders, they'll be able to counsel you based on the biblical foundations, the biblical principles of how marriage should be. So I think for me and my husband, for the 13 years that we've been together, the 13 years, just in 2 weeks' time, we'll be clocking 13. And we've known each other for 17 years.
That's good. Good.
Yeah, I think we've gotten to a place where we are each other's keepers. Like we are each other's keepers. In as much as my husband can have his weaknesses, and I too have my weaknesses, we have gotten to a place where we have reached what can I call it? We've gotten to a space of acceptance. Me and him actually accepted each other with our flaws.
Yes.
That's really good.
That's really good.
I forced him to accept me with my flaws.
Yeah, I did also. It's vice versa.
Yeah.
I told him you just have to get used to me, and
Uh-huh.
this is life, guy. We are going to rock it this way. And
Yeah.
I think that works well.
And you see, our bishop in our church said that if anyone asks the other one to pack up, it's better the one who is asking the other one to pack up to pack up and leave the other one in the house.
So me, I've
You
told
see?
him when we have a conflict, I've told him this house is too big.
Uh-huh.
You can keep the other parts and I'll
Yes.
stay in the other side. So as long as we're in the same place.
And I've told her that if you don't want me here, me, I'll be there. The bedrooms are quite many, about 5 plus 2 of them, 7. So me, I'll be staying in the other rooms, provided they're giving me food.
Wow.
There's no reporting each other.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. So somebody, excuse me, somebody in the message had inboxed us that what do you do? This person was explaining this situation, right? That at one point her husband was invited to a party in the family, right? In the family, to go to the party, and the sister who invited the brother, who is the husband, said, "Don't come with your wife. We want you to come to this party, but don't come with your wife." So, what would you advise that couple? The husband is being invited to the wedding, so it looks like the family to the husband doesn't like the lady. So now they have a party in the family. So they say, "Oh, brother, there's a party in the family. You need to come, but please don't bring your wife along. Don't come with your wife."
That's a good one.
If they say so, you see, the husband and the wife, the husband has got a missing rib. Add a missing rib. Now that rib has already fitted into the husband. Then how do you remove the rib from the body? It can't happen. You see? When they say, "Don't come with your wife," then they're telling you, "Don't come."
Exactly.
That's true. That's exactly what I wanted to say.
Yeah. When they're telling you, "Don't come," you see, it's more or less like when they maybe you arrive there and they call you aside and they start accusing your wife. No, she's this, she's that, and you start partaking in that. Then you don't know what you are doing because you are selling off your wife.
Yes,
That's very true.
They are going to have more arsenals on her at a time when, in case, you know how in African societies, when you die, they are going to grill her to an extent of her also dying early.
I refuse to die early.
You see?
That's true. That's true.
Yes. So the best thing you should do when you marry someone, you marry her alone or him alone.
Exactly.
You see, when you come together, you become one. So if someone is trying to intervene in their marriage, tell them also to, if they're telling you go and chase your wife, tell that sister of yours, go and chase your husband.
Exactly.
That's a very good one.
If she can't do it, then you can do it.
Exactly. Yeah, because there's so many in-laws influence so much marriages to a point that instead of the couple staying happy, they start being separated because of what in-laws are bringing in. So I've seen and I've heard so many people say, oh, where I'm married to, they don't like me. They always accuse me of stuff. They always do this. They always do that. They don't like me. And it makes even worse if your spouse don't stand up to say, I don't like what you're doing. This is my wife or this is my husband. I'm not going to let you say anything. It becomes so bad because now this person who's not being, whether the husband or the wife, who's not being liked by this family, doesn't have anywhere to run to. So it's like, I can't complain to my husband or I can't complain to my wife because she's gonna take her side, her family's side. So yeah, for all of you that are not married, please learn your partner. It's a teamwork. You can't report your partner. You can't accuse your partner. Let's make our partners look good out there. Even if we are mad, our partners need to look good.
Exactly.
We can argue in the car before going into church. When we get into the church, we are good. We are smiling. Everything is
in front of everybody else. We are good.
We are good. So we need to make sure.
The house is shared.
Yeah.
You know, it's true. Like we are one. It's biblical. You know, we are. Our marriages are based on the biblical principles, and you know, I love what James chapter 1 and verse 19 says. It says, "Be slow to speak. You know, be quickly to listen and slow to speak." Sometimes I think it also helps out, you know, even when you're in such moods and all that, it's good to be slow to speak and quick to listen. Because, you know, marriages come with a lot of challenges sometimes, and we need the wisdom of God, definitely.
Exactly. Amen. That's very true.
Okay,
But like he said, when hello? I'm saying, like he said, when they invite him along, if he goes for good.
Yes. Oh yes.
Okay. I need your input on this one. I know we advise people, like, if you are going through issues, you go and see your spiritual father, you see the ladies in the church and all that. I know we are Christians. We are both of us, both couples, we are Christians. But I know there's some people out there that are not Christian, but marriage for everybody, Christians and non-Christians. So to someone who doesn't have a spiritual father, who doesn't know where to go, like the ladies, to see the ladies and all that, what would you advise that person?
Yeah.
Should they join the church first and then they start seeking?
With that one, that's why you say you cannot force a person to go to church just because of that issue. No. That's why I said earlier on that the time you are getting married, you add those counselors who are counseling you. You see, that's where you go to first. You see, and in a society where people stay, there are some people who you respect. Maybe you've got neighbors, you've got your friends, uncles, aunties, and so on. You can even ask your friends. You see, that I've got a small issue with my. You don't put yourself into that. You can say either my young brother's got an issue, but he doesn't go to church. You see, he doesn't go to church, and this young brother of mine, they're always fighting in the house. You see, I've tried to cancel them. I've tried to call this and that, but they're still fighting. But what should I do about it? Can you Advise me someone at least who can speak to these guys before they kill each other.
Wow, that's a very wisdom.
That's wisdom, yes.
Yeah, automatically. This friend of yours might don't even not know that you don't go to church. You see, because maybe you don't go to church, your wife goes to church. Now you are fearing that if I go to church, they will start asking me, the pastors and the elders and so on and so forth, that why don't you come to church? You see, there are some people are like that. Then you start beating about the bush, looking for some people who can help you by trying to move yourself from there and put your younger brother there. Then until they bring someone, at least before they say, no, me, what I want is, I want to talk to that particular person before they even speak to him. I want to hear to hear these people. You see, I want to hear these people if they are going to advise my younger brother something good. You see, instead you are the recipient of that. Bad things happen. You see, you see, such things happen. You see, after that, what happens? Is someone try, you receive it.
I see someone agreeing with you. I did that before, and it worked.
You know, Mr. Mkadi.
Yes,
You know, Mr. Mkadi. He's bad company. He's this crooked.
Hey.
No, he's very good. I like his wisdom. That's really good.
That's really good. That's really good. That's very good because people are not open like that, because people won't just like, what am I going to do? So that one, Mr. Zimba, is a good one.
That's very true.
That's a good one. Excuse me. Oh wow, we had some questions here.
Some questions, and the husband has.
We have a question.
We have a serious question. You want to bring it back on the screen? Let me see.
So we can answer some questions people are asking. Rita.
Read for Rita.
Rita says, personally, I think it's a bad idea for a husband or a wife accusing their spouse to their relatives, because the relatives might end up hating your spouse, which is not good.
That's very true.
That's very true. Nomsa, you touched based on that one. And I just want to say on what Rita said, because what happens is if we report our spouses to our own relatives, right?
Mm-hmm.
After maybe weeks or days, we'll move on. Our relatives will never move on. They will never move on. They always remember that. And they start losing respect towards our spouses. Excuse me. They'll start losing respect. And after they lose respect, you go back to them again. Oh, we even told you last time. You were supposed to do this. You were supposed to do that.
And then when they lose respect, and then you start wondering why your family don't respect your spouse.
Yeah.
That's exactly. How come they don't respect him or her? So that's a problem. So you need to avoid those kind of things. So we have Mr. Alexander. He's agreeing with you when you say someone you really trust, like Godfather or spiritual father.
Yeah. So he's accepting. He's in line with what you said. And Langiwe said, yeah, Langiwe just said the way you said that if they're not going, is not going too, right? If the wife, I'm not, then yeah. Oh, excuse me.
And Doreen said the person needs to pray so hard that moment to receive Jesus in his life, or he will keep falling, getting up, falling, and the cycle starts again. I'm sure she's referring to the part where, what part?
And then,
Oh, a non-believer in Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, non-Christian.
Mhm.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, this is so good.
So I had
You have a question for them?
yes, I do have a question. I put down a question that was asked. Let me see. Oh, I just lost the question that was asked. I had a question that I wanted to ask that was asked by somebody, but I can't get hold of it. Can't get a hold of it. So yeah, we'll continue. When I see it, I'm gonna ask you guys. Somebody had asked the question. Yeah. So this is very interesting. So when we're getting into marriage, we get excited. I'm getting married, especially us women. We get overexcited. I'm getting married, and we don't really know what we're gonna face in marriage. We just get excited. We just get excited, especially if you're having a wedding. You want to get excited and get put on that dress. Usually we're not even really concerned about what the man is gonna wear. Obviously, he's gonna wear a suit, but obviously for a woman, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. And then you enter into marriage, and then you start realizing, like, I'm not accepted by my husband's family. How do you deal with that? Because so many young people and so many they can be younger or not younger, but they're not married yet. They're aspiring to get married. They're so excited to get married, and once they get into marriage, they're not accepted. And what would you guys advise them?
So to add on to that, you mean like should the husband or the wife join the partner, like to stay away from the family?
No.
Oh.
No. What I mean is that when we get married, right? Let's say we just got married today. Months down the line, I realize that your family don't like me at all. How can they advise this couple, especially this woman or this man who's not, especially women? Men, you handle it, but women, when you're not accepted, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Like, how can you advise? Because you start crying in the night. You can tell me it's okay, but when your family hasn't accepted me, there will be times where we have to mingle with them and we have to do things together. Like it becomes harder. Like for a woman, like how can that person fit in? How can you advise that couple?
It's me. Okay, yeah, that's a very good question, and oh my God, I can speak and speak and speak. Yeah, but I pray that I see something, that everybody will be helped with. We all desire for acceptance. Not just even in marriage or in family setups, even in friendships, in places wherever we go, we all crave for acceptance. Nobody likes to be rejected.
Exactly.
Nobody likes to be rejected. So no matter the setup, everybody just feels so good to be accepted. But one thing I've learned in my lifetime is that just like they say, you can take a horse to the river, but you cannot force it to drink water.
Yes.
So certain battles like that are something that you lay before God. You lay before God and ask Him to help you, endure the pain and the process of it, because it's painful. It's really painful not to be accepted. It's really painful to be hated by your husband's family. Like you even know it that they don't like you. But one thing I've come to learn is that, you need to be yourself.
Yes.
You need to be yourself. Be yourself. Don't be changed for the sake of someone be able to accept you, or maybe to be accepted, because I've seen a lot of people trying to do certain things that are beyond what they can manage just to please the family of their husbands.
Yes.
And it leaves them hurting. It leaves them hurting because no matter how much they try, they're still not accepted. They are still rejected. So they will try to play all those tricks, give them good things, make them feel like you love them, like you go beyond. And that doesn't help. For me, I think the best thing is be yourself, do what you can for them in a good way. And then even if they don't accept you, they don't pay you back. The Bible tells us not to pay back evil for evil, but we pay back evil for good. So you maintain your personality, regardless of what your family does, what your husband's family does to you. You still maintain, you maintain your personality. Be kind to them. Be nice, be yourself, do the right thing. I always say it's important to do your part. Do your part and let the other parts remain for them, because it's their role to love you and to accept you. And so if they don't, I don't think there's anything you can do about it rather than praying and being yourself.
Exactly. That's very, very true. That's very true. Acceptance. The key word is acceptance. Yes. That's very true. And the other key word is be yourself. Be yourself. Yeah, we don't have to change who we are just to please people. We have to be the way we are and let our in-laws accept you the way you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you start trying to change, one day your normal self will come out, and then they'll go like, "Yeah, this is what we were saying." So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think my husband also has something to say.
Yeah, when you are getting married to someone, whether the husband or the wife, you introduce that particular person to the side of you. Either your husband introduced your wife, or the wife introduced the husband. Automatically, the reaction they will show that they love that particular person. But in the interim of that, you will find that there are certain things which they have as their reservations. But the most important thing, you don't have, as a husband, you don't have to fall to that. That no, your wife is A, B, C, D. You see? Immediately they start pointing out on certain things, and you start also following that. You are going to expose your wife to certain weaknesses, whereby they'll be riding on that. You see? They'll be riding. You see? More, I think, to my sister this time, you have already noticed that you women, most of the time, the woman folk are a problem in marriages. My sister can have a problem to my wife. You see, that's where the problem always comes. Men have no problem. Fellow men have no problem, but women folk, they are the problem. Today she will come, please borrow your wig. You see, when you give her your wig, you want to go back and collect it. It becomes an issue. You see, the owner wants the wig which you borrowed. To collect it back, it becomes an issue. Tomorrow she wants to go to a function. She comes to the sister, can I use your bag? She gives the bag to her to go back to collect it. It becomes an issue. You see, because automatically we want to continue, because it's more or less like whenever she wants to go for a function, she will come to your place. to go come and ask for something so that she starts a fight. You see? So those are the areas we men are supposed to go for.
So
You tell them that, please tell them, if you don't work, don't work. If you work, you don't get paid every day.
That's true.
You see, you make a budget.
So you don't
If
do
anyone
nothing
don't do that, if she asks for a week, tell her, no, let me get paid. If you work, I'll buy you a week. You buy a week for her, and you forget about it.
That's very true.
If she wants a shirt, not this month, you see, not this month, it's not budgeted for. You see, you refuse technically. You don't refuse to make her angry. No, simple. She will know that this person is principled.
That's right.
You see, not always to keep on boarding, to keep on kneeling down for them. When they come, they start pressurizing, start forcing you to do anything you accept. You see, sometimes even kids, the younger ones, who start sending you, hey, Mlam, please, can I have this? Can I have that? Can I have that? And you start feeling uncomfortable in your own marriage.
That's true.
That's
very
true. If they don't accept me.
If they don't accept her, I've already explained that if they don't accept her, it's me who has married her, it's not them. You see? So it's me to put up conditions that this is my wife. I've brought her in this family. I introduced this woman to you area before. You were supposed to reject her the time I was marrying her. Now, since you accepted her at the time I was getting married to her, then there's nothing I can do. She's my wife.
That's very true. Wow, so much wisdom there. We're so thankful, you guys.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Mr. and
so
Mrs. Zimba.
much.
This was very,
This was a
lot
lot, yes, a lot of wisdom in you guys, and we're so appreciative. And we know that somebody out there is being blessed right now by your input, just your presence. We're so thankful.
Yes. Thank you
so
very much. I know
much.
we held you for a long time. This is like almost an hour now. Thank you for your time.
We are so enjoying this. We wish we can go on and on and on. We are so enjoying this. Thank you so much, guys. This was awesome. At least you made the man speak.
Yes, thank you so
And
much.
it's very good. Very good. A lot of wisdom.
So much wisdom.
We need
Thank
you.
you.
When we have a very interesting topic, I'll call you again.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
At least I'm getting to know his crooked part. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll get to know him more when you chat again.
Oh,
Thank
yes.
you. Thank you.
Have a good night.
You have a
Thank
good
you
night.
so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Wow.
Oh, wow. What an
beautiful couple.
amazing couple. Yeah. Excuse me. Can we just go ahead and read what Doreen said? Did you read it?
Okay, Doreen said, if you know you are a person with strong character, meaning your mouth can be shut up, please start singing gospel and dance late with attitude instead of pouring kerosene into fire. Your house can't hold you anymore. Wow, that's a
Doreen,
good one.
that's a
Doreen.
good one. That's a good one.
Oh my God. Judy wrote something too. That was my situation years back, but I overcame in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Hallelujah. It was hard, but I first accepted myself and I took my marriage as ministry, saving my husband, praying that as I save him, God would do the rest. And he did. Hallelujah. My advice is win your husband's heart first, and when his family comes with negativity, he side you because of the bond that's between the two of you. And the end, the family will end relating to it to in a nice with no hard feelings.
Yes.
Wisdom right there, Judy. Thank you so
Judy.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Doreen, she's agreeing with Mr. and Mrs. Zimba. Thank you, wise couple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy. Wow, that's a very interesting topic right there.
Very interesting topic. And I know we were supposed to talk so many points.
Exactly.
But because we don't want to keep you guys waiting for a long time, we just wanted to make it. It's not really short. It's almost an hour. But we wanted to make sure that we all learn, enjoy, let it be not too long, but sweet and nice so we can learn together. And our couple friend was on fire. That was amazing. Nomsa and Mr. Zimba. Too much wisdom. We're so thankful, guys, for coming on.
Exactly.
So, guys, keep writing the questions to us and the topics that you would want us to tackle, would want us to talk about. Please keep writing. If you're watching from YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. And if you're, did I say writing or watching?
Yeah, if you're watching
from YouTube, please subscribe. And if you're watching from Facebook, please like the page, share. You never know who's going to be saved. I mean, not saved as in Christ, as in the marriage, could be saved by this topic.
Let's share the love. So if you feel like this, what we are doing is helping you a lot, please share with someone. Mm-hmm. Don't be greedy or stingy. No, don't be stingy. Don't be stingy. Share it with someone.
Yeah, there's some good
information.
Let's
make this grow so that we can start spreading the love. Like it says in the back there, let love sparkle. So just share it. Let's invite more people. That way we can make this bigger. And if you are interested to join us on this show, just send us a message and then we'll get back to you. Mm-hmm. We can let you know when you can be on our show.
Doreen, you're next.
We enjoy every time. Thanks, Mtari Couple.
Doreen and Mr. Alexander, you're next.
You are next.
So thank you
for you
so
guys,
much.
It's by force.
Yeah.
You have no choice. It's by force.
So thank you so much, guys, for watching. We enjoy your company. We enjoy your input. And just keep sharing these videos so that somebody can learn something out there. That's the goal.
The videos are still there. You can go back, watch up to 4 or 5 weeks.
Five episodes?
Yeah, yes. 5 episodes. You can watch everything. If you still have a question on anything that we've shared in the past, we can comment on it. We'll get back to you right away. Mm-hmm. Okay? Please enjoy the rest of the week and let love sparkle.
We love you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nomsa and Mr. Zimba.